is climate change? Climate change is the long-term alteration of temperature and weather patterns, primarily caused by human activities since the Industrial Revolution. The major contributor to climate change or global warming is the greenhouse effect, which is the trapping of heat by gases in the atmosphere. Gases such as carbon dioxide, methane, nitrous oxide, and water vapors make a layer around Earth, that is the atmosphere. When the sunlight falls on the Earth, it causes the Earth to warm up. But this heat is not able to escape the atmosphere because of the layer of these gases. Now we know that the more of carbon dioxide or methane or nitrous oxide is there in the atmosphere, it will be harder for the sun heat to escape the atmosphere. Now, what are the major sources of these gases? The several pollutants that cause air pollution lead to increase in the pressure of these gases in the atmosphere, leading to the global warming or greenhouse effect. Climate change has also occurred through several other factors such as natural causes and human activities. Natural causes include volcanic eruption or solar radiation changes, and human activities involve burning of fossil fuel, deforestation, industrial emission, and agriculture, which produces methane gas. You can feel that the climate is changing around you. The temperature is rising. There are changes in the annual rainfall patterns. The ecosystems are changing, biodiversity is changing. Animals and birds are migrating from one place to another because they cannot survive in their natural habitat any longer. We are also seeing the melting of icebergs, glaciers, even the weather of Antarctica has changed so much. These major changes in the weather patterns are the evidence that our climate is actually changing. Climate change leads to increase in global temperature, extreme weather and disasters. Precipitation has also increased over the time. Sea levels are rising because of the glaciers melting and because of excessive rainfall, changes in land use and growing seasons. The climate change has led to extreme heat, air and water pollution, reduction in food and water quality, changes in infectious diseases and vector transmission, and increasing allergens. The health impact of global warming includes heat-related illness, cardiovascular diseases, stroke and other chronic infections, injury and death, mental and neurological disorders, zoonotic and vector waterborne diseases, respiratory diseases, and asthma. So what is needed is that we should be prepared. We should look at the early signs of global warming. Efforts should be made to reduce the chances of diseases and illness. There should be a community engagement. Community should come together, spread the awareness and educate people regarding the impacts of global warming, and we should adopt several measures that can contribute to reduction in the emission of greenhouse gases and global warming. The world is coming together so that different countries can make a commitment for the use of renewable resources of energy and reduce the carbon footprint by reducing the emission of carbon dioxide gas. As responsible citizens, we should try to adapt renewable resources of energy, more efficient industrial processes, eco-friendly modes of transportation, and season-based eating and less meat-based diet. We should also invest in more resilient agricultural species, in delimiting the use of coastal areas, make a surveillance for the insects in our area and try to figure out what has increased, what has decreased, make flood barriers in the urban areas, and all these efforts when come together will lead to an increase in urban area greenery, awareness among societies and saving water and energy resources. Education plays a significant role in making the citizens more aware regarding the impact of climate change. Education can create awareness about these issues and inspire individuals to take action and change their behavior to make an overall impact in the society. We as an individual should support the sustainable initiatives, try to minimize wastage, try to minimize pollutants, and use the resources in a more thoughtful manner, and engage in the policy change and contribute to the small niche that we can and make major changes in the government's policies. Every individual should be thoughtful about how much carbon footprint they are leaving, and they should try to use public transport, use natural resources of energy, and advocate for sustainable practices. The communities should come together for planting more trees and supporting the use of renewable energy projects. To conclude, climate change is a pressing global issue. It requires collective effort from government, industries, and individuals. The earth is what we all have in common. So it's our collective thought and collective effort to save it.